weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus.
Listen, tune in to Epic Radio every day, all night, all morning. Epic Radio is the best. Famous say so.
Now Wednesday, the 20th of May 2026. Hello and welcome to the midweek edition of the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. It is still part of Freetown. We're live via Choice FM. We're live in Abuja on District via Radio Zemi, and also live on the website at www.myepiconline.com, the World Radio app, that's Radio Garden. The Epic Morning Show is also live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. Today, now the Impact Makers program, we talk to a senior statesman who served under the former government of the APC. We can talk on leadership and a role we don't play in governance of Sierra Leone. Do stay with the Epic Morning Show, and in the second segment of the program, Marion Precious George will review the biggest stories that will happen from yesterday. Stay with us. Alright, good morning, Epic Champions. Every new day, now another opportunity for grow, improve, and move one step closer to your dreams. Not allow yesterday's struggle for stop you from believing in today's possibilities. Stay focused, stay very positive, and remember, say consistency beats excuses every single time. So walk into this day with confidence, gratitude, and determination, and your breakthrough, I tell you, could be closer than you think. Have a productive and blessed morning. This is not the Epic Morning Show, but very clear that you will get it will be a learning process today, and we get to hear from the experience of a senior statesman. This is not the Epic Morning Show.
You've got the power, the courage and experience.
1xBet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the Game On
Epic
promo.
Radio.
Get a chance to win an iPhone 16, cash prizes up to 11,500 leones, and a weekly free bet of up to 20%. More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code ONLEON and boost your game to the max. 1xBet. Game on. Together in the game.
Okay, let's ask you this very simple question. If something happened to a business or property today, how fast are you able to recover? Well, now that's make you need JMAD insurance. They are known for the fastest claim payment, so you can get back to your business without stress. Plus, them premium are very affordable and very flexible, where they work very well for you. Call JMAD Insurance on 088-220-137 or visit them at the headquarters, now number 2 Adelaide Street, and get insured today. JMAN Insurance, very trustworthy and professional. As a parent, waiting to give picking for healthy growth, Benimix na the answer. Made from local grains and packed with 14 essential vitamins for the brain and body. Well, no cooking, no stress. Enjoy Benimix at any time. Just make sure say BFC always there in the pack. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart. Here with Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya with the latest on our breaking news in the midweek edition of the Epic Morning
Thank
Show.
you very
Good morning,
much, Osman Ibrahima. Good morning to you. Good morning to fervent listeners and viewers of the Epic Morning Show. Straight off into a breaking news highlights this morning. The national team Leon Star land the AFCON opponent as they don't be running a group with the Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Zimbabwe. Now, Sierra Leone look forward for make them 4th appearance into the African Cup of Nations, and they don't be doing in Group E with the DRC, which is Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and CEF. Also, don't be drawn in the same group with Zimbabwe. Now, the fixtures for the draw, the teams them when the matches then go get for play, all of them shall lose and then not be released by CAF, but we are hopeful that Sierra Leone can make it to their 4th AFCON appearance in history.
Well, being hopeful is one thing, but what do you see on the ground? You think say it's possible, given the teams them will get against each other group A, and only two countries will qualify in every group. Huh?
Exactly, and up to now we don't even know that the Udage for be the head coach. The recruitment of the head coach have not been done yet, and all. And I feel like at this point we want to know who is the head coach of the national team, so that the coach will begin for prepare. Because time now they understand the qualifying then for play in September, in October, and November. So 2 matches in September, 2 matches in October, and 2 matches in November as well. So 6 games in total for the Pamoja AFCON in 2026.
Okay.
Yes, and also in the breaking news highlights, Usman, Arsenal winning the English Premier League for the first time in 22 years. Of course, we see a lot of people they celebrate, including the former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, who is a staunch Arsenal fan, the first lady as well, an Arsenal fan, the current first lady. But unfortunately, President Bill is a Manchester United fan.
And
so,
Mike Brewer,
as well, the director,
Usman Timbo, and all of them.
And Siba as well, Cherry Moba. We had a lot of them. We see they all take to social media, Kamahimba, and all of those other people celebrating Arsenal victory. But it's indeed, I think they walked the wait 22 years out to 22 days from 2004. We Arsenal win the Premier League.
You glad?
I genuinely speaking, as a fan, I'm not happy.
You sleep fine.
I mean, I'll tell you something. I don't even sleep. When I came in yesterday, the Arsenal fan and I'm more play music almost all till this morning. And so the place was noisy, but it's football. I think we'll say congratulations to Arsenal. It was a well-deserving win for them. Then deserve a trophy. Then put everything into them. And even though as a fan of Manchester United, there is always this banter between them. And Arsenal, if they were in our position, they would not be happy for the Manchester United win the Premier League. It has always been like that. But I think it's good. In 22 years, wait, Usman, for the EPL trophy. Don't come to an end yesterday.
And now they say that they push for Champions League. But however, now this is a very big win for Arsenal. I mean, I am not that much of a football fan, but I be once for the Arsenal win because people we don't face heartbreak for over 22 years. And for going to another year again, we say they don't reach say that the finals and loss. It's very, very hard. And we see even Facebook change the profile picture, then put Arsenal. Even WhatsApp change profile picture, then put Arsenal. The entire world was red yesterday night.
Even me self do the same. I change me follow me WhatsApp group and all and dedicate time to Arsenal. And they are going to be there for the next 7 days. Okay. I mean, I'm not enjoying for doing, but again I go for do out of fear. By the way, and also inside the breaking news highlight this morning, Usman, just a week after the U.S. president go visit the Chinese president Xi Jinping. Now the Russian president Vladimir Putin don't go visit the Chinese president. They don't meet in Beijing, and we understand this meeting between the two heads of states centered around trade and also bringing one or two other discussions and all. So, like I say, the fact that as President Trump they left Xi Jinping they come, and people are beginning to look at. Yes, sorry, Putin the coming. People are beginning to look at. So China is extremely becoming powerful because almost everybody wants to get.
It's like the middleman in everything.
Exactly, everybody wants to get wants to get a conversation with China and all. So, like I said, the discussion it's been gathered around energy trade with the Chinese counterparts, and let's look how far this particular dialogue or discussion will go on between Vladimir Putin and also Xi Jinping, who is in China at the moment.
Yeah, when they meet the two leaders, them like President Putin, he call President Xi Jinping as a good friend, as a brother, whilst President Xi Jinping will describe President Putin as a very old-time friend. But however, now though the two partnerships between Russia and China don't be an unequal partnership, because we know Russia have been very dependent on China since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The Western sanctions they make the economy of Russia become more reliant on the economy of China. So we can make it they tend for the Chinese government some concessions they've been selling their oil. But however, now though this meeting make China become more strategic and more important on the global stage, becoming the center of both parties that we see President Trump visiting and now President Putin in Beijing.
And exactly, Usman, finally, U.S. President Donald Trump don't say Chinese President Xi Jinping don't assure him say Belgium no go send weapon to Iran. He also promised, he posted this, he said he promised me that he's not sending any weapon to Iran. That's beautiful promise. I take him at his word. Trump told reporters at the White House. So Beijing last month dismissed reports where being aligned them China for plan for supply arms to Iran as groundless. So President Trump says he's happy. The president of China though assure and say they are not going to send any weapon to Iran and all. So I say hope that they will keep to him word.
Well, America in the send weapon to the other party in the conflict, Israel. So what is this? I mean, you know, one for they help Iran, but they help the other party in the conflict. They help for supply Israel with all the arms that they do is for kill innocent civilians them across the Middle East. But however, now though, it's the Middle East, the coverage of the Middle East conflict so far don't be scaled down since we begin get fragile ceasefire between the parties them. But however, now this assurance from President Xi Jinping to President Trump, I mean, many will say perhaps, not telling the truth to President Trump, because we know China only help Iran a lot militarily over the course of the conflict. I mean, also we get intelligence for say China they give Iran intelligence for shoots at U.S. military soldier man them really across the Middle East during the course of the conflict.
Exactly. So that's all in the breaking news highlights, and back to you, Usman.
All right, Reginald, thank you so much. You're still with the Epic Morning Show, the Impact Makers program. Stay with us.
You're Rastaman confronted. I am unconfronted. Roots man confronted. Biggie man confronted. Yeah. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. You're Rastaman confronted. I am unconfronted. Roots man confronted. Bingy man confronted.
Well, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. We did live on Epic Radio 99.3 FM in the eastern part of Freetown. We did live via Choice FM. Also, the broadcast live in Apuja District via Radio Zimi. The morning show is also live on Facebook, YouTube, on the official Epic Radio website, and surf the World Radio app, that's Radio Garden. Let me take this brief introduction of we guest inside the Epic Radio Impact Makers program.
Reflect service features Impact Maker features a leader whose journey reflects service, diplomacy, faith, and national development. Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Koroma, a seasoned politician and senior member of the All People's Congress, he has served Sierra Leone in several key national positions, including Minister of Trade and Industry and Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure. As Sierra Leone's ambassador to China, he played a major role in negotiating the Chinese scholarship program that opened educational opportunities for Sierra Leonean students to study abroad. Beyond government, Honorable Koroma has been deeply involved in peace building and national reconciliation. He is a founding member of the Interreligious Council of Sierra Leone and rose to the highest position of General Secretary within the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone, contributing significantly to dialogue and unity during Sierra Leone's peace process. Elected Member of Parliament in 2007, he later resigned in 2017 to contest for the APC flag bearer position and today continues his political journey as he vies for the position of national chairman of the party. His impact also reaches communities through education and empowerment initiatives, from providing scholarships for girls' education to negotiating a FAD support for women farmers in Mambolo. His commitment to development remains evident. Through the Linda Koroma Memorial Foundation, established in memory of his late wife, he continues to support women's groups in agriculture and small business development across Sierra Leone. A life shaped by leadership, diplomacy, and service to humanity. Today, he joins us to share his journey, his experiences, and his vision for Sierra Leone. Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Koroma on Impact Maker.
Well, introducing Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Koroma, founder of the Linda Koroma Memorial Foundation, senior member of the opposition APC, former Minister of Works and Housing, former Minister of Trade and Industry, former ambassador to China, former General Secretary, Council of Churches, Sierra Leone, former Secretary General of the Interreligious Council. Honorable, good morning. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning and thank you for having me here today.
Honorable, you're not an Arsenal fan?
Unfortunately, no.
But you celebrated the winning yesterday.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's my nature. When it is to mourn with a brother or sister, I do so. And when it is to express happiness by way of celebrating.
So you've been mourning with them for 22 years?
Exactly. Well, we've been giving them a hard time for 22 years.
Who's you support? Who's team you support?
The team of the world. You should know, Man United.
But I see President Koroma himself be the celebrate yesterday. Cheers to all Arsenal supporters.
Well, me say no, not Koroma. Me say support. Me say cheers yesterday for their victory. Yes,
okay.
I'm glad for their victory yesterday.
Ambassador, how are you able to describe the life you term your leadership? How are you able to describe serving in government, but before that being a civil society, part of the Interreligious Council and Council of Churches, and also served in government in a whole? How are you able to describe your life?
It's been a life of service to humanity, to my country, and to my fellow Sierra Leoneans and non-Sierra Leoneans resident in Sierra Leone. By your introduction, you mentioned areas where I'm working, positions where I don't hold. For me, in all of those positions, not to work, I be the work, not serve, I be the serve, because I have that passion for be at the doorstep of everyone I come across, to be of help to him or her. And so I use those positions very well for express that my passion there. I mean, you come from to my early life in service as a school teacher for a brief while, and then I joined the Council of Churches Sierra Leone from Regional Development Officer, working with women's groups, youth groups, in development initiatives. And I serve, I be the serve. I rise up to the level of General Secretary, will give me greater mandate and opportunity for head that organization and direct the pathway for go. And for those we been living as alone in my days that CCSL, then we see that CCSL been very instrumental in many ways.
Okay.
Apart from the religious aspect, coordinating the work of churches through ecumenical relations, we also be very much involved in the physical needs of man, by which we support initiatives in agriculture, in youth development activities, women's development, women's empowerment. These are all aspects that we don't deal with, and I've been an architect of those initiatives. We also be the look at the rights of children. We get programs with the focus on children for defending rights, and we get good partners like UNICEF in that regard. And when war broke out again, when our all CCSS came to action, by providing much needed humanitarian assistance. In fact, we have been one of the lead organizations in Salon during the war for provide assistance, humanitarian assistance to refugees from Liberia and also to internally displaced persons.
Council of Churches.
Yes. And then we developed a program when it came to a point that so many people were so affected by the war, lost hope, disillusioned. We came up with a program we called Mending Hearts, which was actually to do a counseling program, because we need both physical support and also software support as in counseling. You know, these were all initiatives we developed for CC. We meet the needs of our people in Sierra Leone.
Okay. Ambassador, I want to follow Tikam in a timeline. Okay, well, in the 90s when all of this started, you say you served as a teacher for a brief while, and well, you transitioned from being a Muslim to being a Christian. But I want to get to understand waiting be the BN forming the Interreligious Council in the late 90s.
Thank you very much for that. You see, in Sierra Leone, we get two major religions, Islam and Christianity. The CCSL was more organized as an institution providing service. And the service of CCSL provides not just to Christians. When I talk about women's groups, youth groups, etc., we don't begin any form of discrimination. We serve humanity in general. But to come back to your question on the war, yes, we were well positioned then as an organization because of our network. We get many churches that are part of the CCSL, and so through them we'll be able to reach our membership and even Muslims through our activities, through the sermons, etc., etc. We could do that, but we see the Muslims are in the majority, and that there are areas, even as different organizations, there are areas in the way we can collaborate on, we can work on, and that are the area of peace, conflict resolution, and reconciliation, because both Christianity and Islam stand for them in the day. They stand for peace, they stand for reconciliation, conflict resolution. So we see if we team up with our Muslim counterparts, we will become a stronger, credible, and effective force in Sierra Leone. And indeed, we became that body. We cover the entire country because in this country, in any village, you're bound for see either a church or a mosque or both.
Yes.
And so we or an imam or a pastor or both. So that was the network we used, and people also respect religion in this country. So we leverage on these aspects for carry out an effective campaign for end the war and for start a process of reconciliation.
Exactly. Now that's how I want to ask you. Waiting you direct role where you play in the Lome peace accords will lead to the ending of the conflict, the 11 years long conflict.
Well, in the first place, I've been ACCSL already, and I've been a founding member of the Inter-Religious Council of Sierra Leone, where I also serve as its first Secretary General. Now, whilst I've been ACCSL, at that time, we go Lome. I was part of that delegation too, late President Kaba of blessed memory, and for go Lome. That was at the level of CCSL. No, I'm sorry, that was Abidjan. At the level of CCSL, we first went to Abidjan. But then in Lome, I led the team of the Inter-Religious Council who take part in the Lome peace talks. I mean, rebels, government, these are our people in Sierra Leone. They are either Christians or they are Muslims. And so because we know the respect religious leaders and religion, for that matter, we talk to government. We talked to the rebels, and so we're able to navigate between the two groups for even ease some tension where we can, as you know, or also expect, get the potential for erupt in any such discussions or negotiations. So our presence there was very helpful to both parties, and also it gave some kind of assurance to even the international community, because whatever you do, everything will be anchored in a salon. And we are the permanent body. We are always here. The international community will come and will go, but if they get with as partners, we then rely on whatever arrangement they make or they facilitate for make, and with our participation. When they leave, they know say they're not living with everything that was settled. We go there behind for follow-up on that and make it work, and that's exactly what will happen. After the Lome peace talks, some of them close their files, then disappear, but we carried on as Sierra Leoneans under these organizations, be it Intelligence Council and other civil society groups that were there. So we continued to work and to thank God that our peace has lasted to a large extent, because we live the life, and wherever we see the semblance of conflict, raising its ugly head, we're there. And we've been there, and I pray that we'll continue to be there to arrest that situation.
Ambassador, you think a huge part of why we get the end of the conflict, the interventions of the Inter-Religious Council and the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone?
I don't want to take credit, all the credit for that, but we are very instrumental in bringing about the peace and in the maintenance of the peace, and even moving further in the reconciliation that took place thereafter, because we also go into communities. We'll not be just tap at the level of Freetown, we also go into communities and facilitate even burial ceremonies and, talks between families in the community. So I would say, yes, we are major contributors, major players, but we're not the only players in the process. As I say, we had the international community, and we had the paramount chiefs, we had other civil society groups who all play with respective roles, and they all come for bear the fruits of peace which they continue to enjoy today.
Okay, in the early 2000s, at the time you turn the general secretary of the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone. You think it's gonna be the central role where you play in the Lome peace accords and everything make you get that position in the council?
No, I was already general secretary. In 1986.
Okay.
In
1996.
Exactly, 1996.
Okay.
I was already general secretary of the CCSL. But when we formed the Inter-Religious Council, it was a newborn baby. You don't get nappy, you don't get milk, you don't get nothing as a newborn baby. So we hosted at CCSL, we hosted the Interreligious Council. And me being doubling as CCSL General Secretary and then IRCSL Secretary General, we used our CCSL facilities
for Interreligious Council.
Yes, because we were working together collaboratively. And that's what we should be doing, where we need to come together for work on common objectives, or for sacrifice, or for be our brother, sister, our brother's helper or keeper, and our sister's keeper. And that was what CCSL was able to do at that time. You know, Naim babysit Interreligious Council today in the become of age, and they now stand on their own.
Yes. Ambassador, you think as of today, well, more than 2 decades on, the Interreligious Council, where you play central role in founding, don't really live up to the core objectives them, what would be expect of the council when I formed over 2 decades ago?
Well, times have changed. At the time we formed the Interreligious Council, that be wartime, and so perhaps our activities then were more visible, were more needed, our interventions. Now when we get peace, I mean, they may be doing things that you don't take notice of, but they are still there. The fact that the war has ended and the Interreligious Council continues to live, and I'm sure they don't live or they do not exist for idleness. They must have programs that they pursue, and I know that they get activities that are ongoing, but I don't want to compare the visibility of the Interreligious Council then, during the war and peace building and conflict resolution and reconciliation, and as of now when everything seems to be normal and peaceful. But indeed, I want to say that the Interreligious Council continues to provide much needed services to our country. Maybe they may be lacking in other areas according to people's expectations. For instance, I hear people say, we miss the voice of the Interreligious Council when it comes to human rights of recent times, when it comes to governance issues. I mean, and we know that currently a lot of issues will, we, under normal circumstances,
we need them.
Exactly. But other than that, I say kudos to them that they continue to exist and they continue to provide the services that they do provide.
Okay, well, Honorable, we want to move ahead from that day, but I don't forget from you, I mean, how you feel like, I mean, 2006, 2002, the permanent end of the civil conflict. How you feel, given the fact that you play central role in all of this Interreligious Council and the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone in bringing about an end to the conflict? How you feel? I
feel fulfilled. As I said just now, not to work, me the work. Me I serve at the serve. So I've been used the opportunity that I've been get at the time very well, that I was in office and this was the situation that needed my attention, and I gave it my attention and I applied my energy and all my skills, and that gave birth to many things, including the lasting peace that we have today. So I have to thank God that He used me at that time, and whatever peace that we enjoy today, for those who do not forget easily, like you, I'll always be remembered that once upon a time, there was a young man called Alimamy Koroma who played such and such a role that today we can enjoy peace. So I feel grateful to God for that opportunity, and I feel fulfilled that I applied myself and discharged my duties fully.
You think you receive the recognition where you deserve for the central role we play?
Pardon me?
You think you receive the recognition where you deserve for the central role we play?
Yes, I do, because I know God saw me at work, and for me it is more of God's blessing and more of God's acknowledgement of what I was able to do. Okay. What a man praises, yes, people are still they do, but yes, I appreciate when people can talk about it, but the best person we appreciate more than God Himself, where I know say He take record of the way where give myself in service for young people then. But I also appreciate from time to time when people then can say, Alimamy Koroma did a very good job. I appreciate that. So I would say all around, yes, I get the recognition that people they give me, and I thank them for that.
Honorable, well, we get an end to the conflict in 2006 and 2002. In over the course of that term, during the negotiations where you played central role in, were you always a member of the APC?
Well, I get a political party that I've always belonged to, but my circumstances there will not allow me to participate fully. Even babies, I'm sure if you ask them, they got something to their leg, just that you cannot talk now, but at the right time they will talk.
When you joined APC?
Officially, I joined APC officially in terms of taking a party card, after I left office in the CCSL in 2005.
So in the early 20th century, I joined the APC?
Well, that's what you call it. After 2005 is when I took a party card in the APC.
And
I left office in 2005.
Take me through the journey to becoming the Minister of Trade and Industry appointed by President Koroma in 2007.
Well, I came and took part. I left for a brief while, and I came for Ghana register. And when I came to register, I had appeals from him and from other people for me to stay and to look around, to support President Koroma. He's my brother, he's my friend. And he was vying for the leadership of the country. So I chose to resign from my international job to come and be with President Koroma and give him my support. And in 2006, late 2006, early 2007, we had a tragic accident of our APC members who were on a campaign trip, and we lost our then national organizing secretary. And a lot fall on me. People then say, okay, it's good that Alimamy Koroma is here, so he will continue the term of the lost brother, Fode Kaloko. So I was made the national organizer.
But what do you think they didn't see in you for making you the acting organizing secretary at that time?
Well, they are well placed to tell you, but for any key position, you want to look at somebody who gets the discipline, the wherewithal for that position, especially if you want to go into elections, and somebody as a national organizing secretary get a big role for play, an important role for play. There are certain qualities, certain things that you look at. So overall, I can just say that they found me being suitable for the job. And by that I mean, maybe I commanded the respect of the people of Sierra Leone. I carried the knowledge and the expertise to organize. And maybe I would say I was also a straight man. These are all things that you look at for when you want to put forward somebody for lead your organization. And I want to believe that these are some of the things they considered. We can say I was then the right person at the right time for occupy that position.
Now, all of that make you be the Minister of Trade and Industry?
Well, if you want to say so, why not? If I don't serve and they feel to say this person is good material, and for being minister, you want to get people that are strong, that get integrity, that have visionary, that can do the job, able to do the job. So I want to think that these are the things that President Koroma then considered for look at people, for appointing into various ministries, including my very self.
What do you go see now the biggest success them where the country receive during the term we serve as the Minister of Trade and Industry?
My God. Well, I can say a number of things. Just when I become Minister of Trade, we get the crisis, the three crises.
The financial crisis.
Financial crisis, fuel crisis, food crisis. Even in European countries, there were strikes. But thankfully, God used me that such not happen in our country because we make every effort under the president then in leadership, President Koroma. We were able to bring rice. The price of rice is not go as high as in other places. And the price of flour also was an issue.
You can recall how much the price of rice be?
I cannot recall. But I just know that we maintained the supply of rice and also controlled the prices by making rice available. Now in Kaudare, it's called Kobuko, as a subsidized brand of rice, which people appreciated very much. And for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone, it was under my leadership that fuel price came down. And whenever we had some difficult moments, and using the pricing formula, I always stood on the side of the other man and not on the oil marketing companies. And so at one point, I had to insist that the fuel price be brought down, because even when the flat price, even when the barrel prices drop, the tendency will be, well, let's maintain that way, and you make extra money as government and even for the oil marketing companies. But I insisted that no, we should bring down the price of fuel.
Well,
first in the system, as I remember.
Okay.
I don't know before, maybe when I was a baby or before it may have happened, but consciously, and I've used the vehicle for a long time before that time, and I know that prices have always gone up or remained constant. But I recall that I was able to bring down the price of fuel.
Dan, do you think say a lacking in the current leadership of Salone? Because I mean, during the conflict in the Middle East, we see fuel price, oil price go down from about over $120 to $88 per barrel, but we see the same price of fuel sold across the country. You think that they not lacking as of this moment? You say you reduced the fuel price back then because of the will, because for the people, I mean, not taking the sides of the oil marketers, taking the side of the people. You think that is lacking now?
Well, this government also don't, from time to time, they fluctuate. The price of fuel, they fluctuate. I mean, I know of a time when it was high and it dropped, maybe for a short while, and it rose again. Maybe you will expect that, yes. If there has been this steep increase, and it has been very steep, this BNT. So if things change dramatically, we'll also get a kind of reduction in the price of fuel. But maybe, the government may have other needs. And so if they see this as an opportunity for square balance, so to speak, I mean, let's have, mind you, fuel is subsidized, to a large extent subsidized in this country. And so maybe government wants to use it as an opportunity for recoup
from the subsidy.
Subsidy they don't pay before.
Okay.
I'm not in government, I'm only speculating. But what we desire, I get a vehicle like the run. Now something I pack, I must say, pack. Because
you feel expensive.
fuel consumption is high. So I wish.
But if you're not the Minister of Trade and Industry today, you think the fuel price for the 45 leons?
Well, you see, government, not to you one as such. You get very
well, you go advise the president.
I go champion that. When it comes to fuel, you get the Minister of Finance involved. You get the President's office involved. You get the oil marketing companies involved, and you get the Ministry of Trade and Industry. What the Ministry of Trade and Industry actually spearheaded. I remember that I had some confrontation with my former colleagues in the Ministry of Finance. When I would stand for this, they would stand for this because of their commitments to the IMF, to the World Bank, and I would tell them that my commitment is to the people of Sierra Leone. And so we'll argue them out, we will fight around that until we agree on the final position,
Okay, so moving from the, let me go to the other position where you serve in. Well, you serve as the Minister of Trade about more than 3 years, over 3 years. And then President Koroma appoints you. I say President Bill, like I want to follow President Bill appointment. You will take him?
Well, I don't speculate. I don't speculate.
You will take him?
I'm vying for a position of national chairman of the APC. How can I take an appointment from the SLP government now?
Well, previously, people have been saying, well, they say you don't claim, say, President Bill approach you for being a running mate in the 2018 elections.
I not ever say President Bill approached me. I said the members of the SLPP approached me for being President in a running mate.
2018 elections?
Yes.
And you declined?
Yes, I declined.
Why you declined?
Because I belong to the APC and I have faith in the APC. When I believe in something, I don't quit. I stay, and that's why I've stayed in the APC. Despite many things that wouldn't happen, we don't feel good about. But my loyalty to the APC remains strong, and now I'm going for the position of national chairman.
And 8 years down the lane, you don't feel say you regret that position, that decision that you take? You still uphold, say that was the right decision one made?
I'm still happy in the APC, so I have no regrets about it.
Okay, so we'll go another one. You serve, it also appoints you, President Koroma also appoints you as the Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure. Well, that is October 2010. Take me through becoming the Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure.
You see, when President Koroma appointed me as Minister of Works, he changed me from trade and industry to works, housing and infrastructure. There was a feeling at this country that the Ministry of Works might be the dumping ground for any government. If you see the government want to treat somebody, they will send you, and you are forgotten. And that's the perception then. Even at the time of the Works, that was the perception that, oh, you don't say Alimamy go works. I mean, if we just love forget about her. But thank God I changed that narrative.
You think that was the initial case? That in President Koroma be do to you?
I don't think so. I don't think so. In the ministry, a ministry, it depends on what you as minister can do about that ministry to turn it around.
But this now be one of the core mandates, core objectives of President Koroma. I mean, you get infrastructure, building the infrastructure after the brutal war, where we see huge roads. President Koroma, championed the construction of, huge roads and building infrastructure, not to be a central ministry than the other time.
Well, that's why I saw it differently. When others may say, oh, they don't dump, I say, no, it's a challenge that I have. A challenge I have to change that narrative when I get to my dumping ground, and I challenge for also uphold President Koroma in priority or key projects when I for transform the infrastructure of this country. So in that regard, I would say, my baby respect and my baby responsibility President Koroma been give me, we choose me. He put me in that central ministry where my focal activities in this country. So I think it was a good thing he did, because if you get infrastructure development as a core function of government, you know, we put fake person there. You go look at somebody where you go trust, where say go deliver. And so you can't choose me. It means he has great confidence in me. And I make you choose for go put me down a project by a ministry where na day in live wire. And I believe say I'm not disappointed. I not disappoint the people of Sierra Leone.
What did you do as the Minister of Infrastructure Housing? What did you do at that time? Well, the huge successes we think you talk about.
If they ask me again, see the roads in this country, I can tell you, all the roads under the APC were done, were started and completed, were started and brought to a level before my departure. So I can proudly say that that was a major contribution that I made to Sierra Leone as I served as Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure. APC get infrastructure as its major legacy. And the man who was behind the steering for that work, me as we talk, Alimamy Koroma. So if you ask me, just look around. If you see any road we see in this country, think of me. I contributed towards that project.
But these governments also say they don't build even more roads than the APC. They don't build more bridges and also construct more roads.
I leave it to you. I left that to the audience, to the public to the public for judge.
So do you
they can.
Yeah.
And about last week I heard somebody talking on the radio that they don't do this, but they name the roads that they don't do. I don't see them. Please let them name the roads for us. But sincerely, I can name for you roads and roads and roads and kilometers of roads that we have constructed all over the country. Every district has good third roads of at least of 6 to 8 kilometers. That's under APC. Freetown has got some good roads now. Wilkins Road expanded, Spur Road expanded, paved. The Grafton Road to Jue expanded with the bridges.
And all of that was under your leadership as the minister.
All of that and more and more. What of the Masheka Bo Road? What of the Lungi Putloko Road? What about the Rugberi Conakry Road? Rugberi Pamlap Road? And that road, as somebody was saying that Nadianduan President Kaba, then let's learn to be honest. And I make a leg for talk with certain people on radio because we provoke people when they say when we speak certain statements that we ourselves know are not correct. That road, Rugbere Pamlap Road, under President Bakaba, the contractor squandered the money, then they seized the equipment, packed in Port Loco. Now APC can go renegotiate that contract. And then I was Minister of Works. I continued and finished, completed the road. When I hear some people talk about road, let them please tell us which roads they don't do. I don't name quite a few. I don't name quite a few for you already. And road to Kailau, Kenema to Pendembu initially, and then we started Pendembu to Kailau. So
it was under your leadership. Apart from the roads, waiting again under your leadership, where you think say, well, the APC champion. Apart from that's a major infrastructure. Waiting again apart from roads. Oh
well, with these structures as well, I can tell you, they've come with the terminal. But before the terminal, the airport was upgraded under APC. The common border post now PAMLAP. Now under me, as Minister of Works, we do that common border post. So now you don't need to go and Guinea side, Salon side, now one stop shop in the camp. You go through immigration, through customs, etc., etc.
Now you construct Sandy.
Now under me, tenure as Minister of Works, the neck building, all this Leon, ONS, these are just some of the things that we take place, we do under my leadership when it comes to buildings.
Yes. Are there more?
That's already a lot. That's already a lot.
Okay.
That's already a lot. And I served the ministry from 2009 to 2013. And that's already a lot.
So well, waiting, if you're able to give you a summary on the term we serve as a Minister of Works, you think you were very successful in that role?
I just said, look at the roads. What do you see the roads then and the roads during my tenure and after my tenure? If you ask most, even blind person, you go say, I know they see, but how they feel? I know they feel in Gallop your blind field today. Or you ask somebody, say, we not get motoka, where you go tell you, say, today for travel from my own village for country to return, now almost one day. Now, they say we don't reach. We reach quicker, now because of good roads. Now because of good roads. Traveling time don't short. And vehicle owners now go tell you thank you, go tell President Koroma government thank you, go tell me thank you because now the motor last longer. The repairs we've been there at the time with poor roads, shock absorber they go, bushing they go. Now less of that. Now less of that because of good roads.
So why then? Well, take me through from there. You also serve as the Salon Ambassador to the People's Republic of China. Well, take me through the appointment. Will President Biyo appoint you as the ambassador to China?
You keep saying President Biyo appoint
President Koroma.
President Koroma. President Koroma appoint me, yes. Yes, he appointed me as ambassador to the People's Republic of China in 2006. Unfortunately, I know served for long. I resigned because I've been forbid within the law for qualifying myself for contest for flag bearer position, because our national constitution gets certain requirements we fulfill in terms of when you disengage from certain positions in government service, and I had to sacrifice that. I had to do that, take that position to resign. So I only stayed in China for 9 months. But one of the things that I can proudly say I contributed to, now the conclusion of the negotiations for the Alimamy airport, who unfortunately this government can put aside. And so that's one major thing that I did. And also on the programs of young people going to China for experience, for learning, etc., from the various ministries, be the agriculture, be the health, and also for the young people as well. So those programs are all, some of my contributions as I serve as ambassador to the People's Republic of China.
Honorable, you always don't envision, say, you want to be president. Well, you resign from that position there as ambassador to China and vie for the leadership of the APC ahead of the 2018 elections. When the idea of becoming president come to you?
Well, I always don't envision, life has changes. And I never knew that I'll become minister. I know for me, when I work, I focus on my work. And at this time, opportunity will come. Somebody will see me. See, this man has done well here. Let us draw him closer for serve in this situation. So when I joined government by being the Minister of Trade and Industry, I've been there, and I'm sure people in the watch as alone, they see all kind of mortal man in government, they see we all as ministers, and then they begin sieve the good ones from the bad ones in terms of leadership. And so from those discussions, you begin to develop interest, and you begin to see yourself as a possibility for serve at higher levels. And that was for me at the turning point that I need for scale up at the right time. And when President Koroma made it on his second term, towards the end of his second term, I approached him and I expressed interest with him. When you turn down, I don't want to let you remember me, because I don't develop interest for succeed you. And I feel that's the right thing to do. I know keep unto myself, I know go bend. I mean, it's my right, also crime. So I spoke with the then president that I would want him to know that I'm interested in becoming the next president of Sierra Leone, and whatever he could do, let him please help me.
Waiting not being response.
Oh, well, as president, we say no, we say yes, because I know, say, other what people in here for ask about the same thing, but I was happy that I told him. For me, that was the main thing, that I able to tell him, say, that this I want to do when in terms of office they done, and I achieved that objective. What he said to me was not discouraging and was not encouraging. Well, it was more encouraging. Okay, hold on to the job, be with your people, do the right thing. He gave me that piece of advice, so it's quite encouraging. But maybe if I've been good experience, okay, I will support you. Now, I'm a candidate. It never happened that way, and I wasn't expected to happen that way.
Because you need for staying neutral, at least for the moment, being the president.
Exactly, and then other people who will be interested. And you also that we had that moment 28 flag bearer aspirants. So why would he insist on me at that time?
Yeah, well, the president instead do appointment of the candidates for the APC ahead of the 2018 elections, Dr. Samora Matthew Wilson Kamara. What do you make of President Koroma appointing Dr. Samora Matthew Wilson Kamara for be the flag bearer of the APC, when a lot of one would expect, well, let's say perhaps general membership voting and get a candidate?
Well, I would say that the party appointed Dr. Samora Kamara, the party, not necessarily President Koroma all by himself. He worked, I wasn't there, but I presume that he worked with the structures of the party, the National Advisory Committee, for that matter. And we are told that he consulted with them. That's what we are told, that he consulted with them, and they gave him the mandate to go ahead and take that decision and lead in that process. So the outcome, of course, was not good news for me. That action wasn't good news for me. I wasn't happy.
You think that'd be the right decision?
Well, whether right or wrong, the procedure are there against the procedure.
Procedures of appointment.
Exactly.
But you say that the general, well, the APC in itself, and they do appoint him, not to President Koroma alone.
Of course, because he must have consulted. As I say, I wasn't part of those discussions because me have been candidate, me have been aspirant. But he said to us that he was consulted with NAC and they gave him the mandate. So they are part of that. They are part of that process in a way.
But you think it was a really fair process for appoint Dr. Kamara as the flag bearer of the APC?
No, I just said that it's not about Dr. Samora Kamara. It's about the process.
No, that's why I'm asking you if the process was actually fair. Was it fair?
I said it wasn't fair to me. I said that I don't like the way it was conducted. I've just said it.
You think over all other candidates them at that very time, that you not be the most fit for be flag bearer of the APC?
Even if you ask the most unpopular, you will say it was neither the most fit. So if you ask me, I can only tell you that by my estimation and the public's expectations, I was a very popular candidate. I was a very popular candidate, very strong candidate that most people in this country were expecting to see or to emerge as the APC flag bearer. That much I can say.
Well, they were, you know, one of the popular candidates then, but and we see out of the blue the appointment of Dr. Samora Maki Wilson Kamara for be the flag bearer of the APC in the 2018 elections. You think that appointment, the appointment itself of the person where the APC will choose, now lead to the party losing the 2018 elections?
Well, a number of things happened. One, we were late in our campaign. Two, maybe Dr. Samora Kamara himself was little known by the people for politics. He was known, but not for politics, and so it took people some time. It took even us as a party to accept that situation, because I mean, it's just natural that like me, I'll say, I will expect say I will be considered, this person will be considered, and so on and so forth, and all of a sudden we have somebody that was not even on the radar for that. You expect people to just start celebrating. No, I mean, it took a while for us to come to terms with that situation and then accept and know. By that time, maybe not everybody was able to come on board to play a role, and maybe by the time some of us got together, it was too late, you know, and I told you the other elements of Dr. Kamara being little known in Sierra Leone. And our supporters, and sometimes the supporters can be more stubborn, because I mean, if I have a huge following, not to Omar, I'm going to convince.
He supports Dr. Kamara.
Exactly. Or that person is good. To date, there are people who still hold them against and Dr. Koroma, who hold them against.
Well, that was for the first term, but ahead of the 2023 elections, the party, gets then votes for him for be the flag bearer. That is also appointment again. It means that, most parts, at least most members of the party, where the delegates them, they in support of Dr. Kamara, in the latter part of that election day, after the elections.
You see, I want to move forward. You talk about election in 2023. A number of things also happened were not democratic, were not correct. That was when we had officers of our party making open declarations for Dr. Kamara. That also is wrong. If you're a regional chairman, you ought to be neutral. If you're a public secretary, organizing secretary, you ought to be neutral, because you're in office and if you serve everybody across the board. But if whilst you're in office and you stayed in office, then they come out and make public endorsement, that was not correct. It was wrong, and we protested, but nothing happened. But then you talk about the elections. When you conduct elections that are regulated, you know, we also had this issue of Team A, and the watchful eyes of the leadership, and nothing was done about it, and so on and so forth. So you call it election, but it is regulated elections. So for me, I've put that all behind me, and I'm moving forward. Because if we continue to reflect on some of the ills that took place, I mean, we'll stay stagnant. So I have moved on. I moved on from 2018, and come 2023, we had this experience again. I have moved on. So that's my appeal to every member of the APC, that we swallow the blood and pick the pit and move on as a party. Because if we stay in the past, if we continue to live in the past, we might not see tomorrow.
Okay. Ambassador, you think the party was divided in the lead up to the 2023 elections? We make the party again, according to official figures, lost the elections?
I wouldn't, divided would be a strong word. I would just say that there were dissatisfactions from here and there. So, but divided is a strong word. I don't think it was ever divided. but to have pockets of disagreements here and there and disappointments here and there, but not necessarily divided.
Well, unabigili gi Dr. Samora Kamara the overwhelming support for win the elections?
I will speak for myself.
Well, you give Dr. Kamara that support.
100%, 100%. I knows that, and the party knows that. And I'm sure there are other people also that gave the necessary support that there be a need for give, and they did give it to Dr. Samora Kamara.
Well, Ambassador, now you vie for the chairman position of the APC. Now it is not about being a flag bearer any longer. You say you want to be the chairman of the main opposition, the APC, well ahead of the 2028 elections. Why you vie for that position in the party?
That's part of my loyalty. Part of my loyalty. I say I don't I don't quit. I don't quit, and But
you quit being a flag bearer aspirant
when I'm still APC.
Okay.
You see, there are many parts to become and many parts to play in a political party. At some point, I wanted to be flag bearer, and I don't see anything wrong if now I want to be the national chairman. Why do I want to be the national chairman? I want to continue to serve my party, and I see a need for further improvement in the structure, in the leadership, in the management of the party, and I feel confident that I can be a catalyst in that process of reforming the party and addressing some of the issues of quote-unquote conflict, for let we come to a peaceful status as a party, for let we unite the party, and let we work together collaboratively and in an inclusive manner for engage the current government that come 2028, the APC will occupy State House. The APC will take the reins of power in this country.
Well, that is if you become the chairman?
Well, not necessarily. Any other person can become chairman as long as we're able to achieve the things we're not talking about. So we need for come together as a political party for forget the faith. Let we see the need for come together. Now we unite. If we unite, we work together as a team. We raise the necessary resources. We do things the right way by appointing the right persons in the right places. That are the foundation for peace and unity in the party. And then together, we move. If these things happen, anybody can be the leader and win. But I want to ensure that these things happen under my leadership. And so I'm not posting that it's only through me as chairman that the party will win. No. The party will win when I'm chairman.
Ambassador, you say you will champion unity within the party in the lead up to the elections. Well, if you become chairman, you think the current APC is divided?
Well, there are disagreements. The APC is moving, but there are people that are staying outside the APC activities. That doesn't mean the APC is divided. They are not just participating, they're not just cooperating. I'll tell you, for instance, the electoral justice struggle led and championed by Dr. Samora Kamara, versus the current executive, we did not seem to see eye to eye in terms of expectations. And so if you want to call that a division, yes, but these are the things that we want to be able to address, that Dr. Samora Kamara and his supporters, all of us that support him, come together and sit with the executive and move forward as one unit. And when we do that, look in our State House, come 2028.
Well, you think it's only with Dr. Samora Kamara in faction that will make the APC win the elections?
It's one major faction. No joke about it. It's one major faction. And there are other people also who have sat aside. They don't step up aside. We need to bring everybody. I just mentioned Dr. Samora Kamara as one key area that we need for address. But some may be just individuals, but we don't want any dissenting voice for just be ignored because the person does not agree with the leadership. We want to come fully on board, every member of the party, that let us work together.
Dr. Samora Kamara say, well, he released a very long, he released a speech until recently and say in focus day on the 2023 election and in a seek for electoral justice. They say not even focus on the 2028 elections and for be flag bearer of the APC ahead of the elections. That is in focus still day on 2023. Well, you think what you accuse the leadership of the party of? I mean, you think the leadership of the party they don't ignore Dr. Samura Kamara?
No, I not say so. You know that there have been attempts, and even now as I speak, there are attempts by the Elders Council for engage Dr. Samura Kamara on one hand and for engage the executive on the other, that we come together. I'm not saying it was ignored. I mean, the fact that he is not part of the activities of, look at what you're saying. He says 2028 is not for him. It's not for him.
He's still focused on 2023.
We want him to be part of 2028. We want able to be part of 2028 because whether EPC wants it or not, there will be elections in 2028. And as a party, we want to be seen as participating and taking the lead in those elections.
And you also think, say, that electoral justice not will happen, where then go pull President Bio or get early elections and pull President Bio, or let's say Samura Kamara be president ahead of 2028. That electoral justice not will happen ahead of 2028. Make you just forget about that and focus on 2028.
And you see, that has been a major difference in expectations. I believe what the party, executive, Dr. Samura Kamara, all of us are in for electoral justice. But the difference in expectation is that whilst the majority, including the executive, will look at the reforms for future elections, for address the things that corrupted the 2023 elections. Now, then one day, we say, by addressing them, will have paved the way for fairer elections 2028 and beyond. And so that is why the party is more involved in that reform process through, for instance, the tripartite committee recommendations. You see, 80 plus 4 recommendations, all addressing the reform agenda. But for others, by electoral justice, the meaning is remove President Bio.
For others, that's Samura Kamara.
Well, not just Samura Kamara, many of our people. And I tell you that many of us are not happy with the conduct of ECSL. We're not happy with the conduct of the ECSL. What we have to move on. Whilst addressing these issues, we also have to move on with
the electoral justice. In your own side and the party side, because we don't get CDI attorneys here lots of times, and say the party focused on 2028. But we then talk about when it comes to electoral justice, now that therefore reform ECSL ahead of the elections. Well, you think in implementing the recommendations of the tripartite committee, well, the government not really play their own part in ahead of 2028?
No. Yes, I agree with CD. Reformed, not just the ECSL need to be reformed. There needs to be some constitutional change amendments of our constitution, the way certain people are appointed, the way even the ECSL commissioner is addressed, chairman is appointed, the PPRC chairman is appointed. Those are all reforms. The police, their role, I mean, the way for managed results, the census, these are all elements who get bearing on the ECSL and elections. So the reform that we're talking about is not just focused on ECSL, on all aspects, by the 80 recommendations. And I believe that if we're able to go through those recommendations sincerely, genuinely, we'll have addressed most, if not all, of the lapses in the past elections of 2023 and even in the Constitution. So you ask whether I'm satisfied with the government's performance. I'm not satisfied. The government needs to step up. The government needs to do more. Now it's in their hands, and it's 2020 is 2 years away. It's 2 years away, and we are still not. They will tell you if you ask the chief minister, say we are done, everything done and dusted. It is not correct. It's not honest.
Well, the recommendations, the arguments of national unity is still not going to parliament yet, and all of this. But
the 80 recommendations, government is dragging its feet on them and modifying things to their own advantage. I can give you examples and examples.
Well, the governments, well, they've been saying that the APC have been stalling the process of implementing the recommendations and taking the agreements of national unity and everything. And one way they say is, for example, the amendment bill currently before Parliament, then say the APC parliamentarians, they stall the process by bringing up, raising concerns which were not relevant in their own side.
It is in the hands of government. Now, government responsible move the machinery of the state. So if the government renege on that, it cannot be APC. Okay, now we all know that the most contentious issue of the 2023 elections now the way the ECSL managed the affairs of the election. Today, it's a shame. I know we lay hands on elections results till now. If the ECSL clean, publish the results. Well, why shouldn't they? Up till now, they have not published any results from us to see.
You also believe, say, the elections was rigged? The election 2023 was rigged?
Stolen. I would say stolen.
It was stolen?
Yes.
By ECSL?
Yes. ECSL has not been transparent. Otherwise, why don't you release the results?
And you think...
And that has been the issue I'm coming. You talk about the government, not now, the APC starting the process. I can tell you it is the government. I give you examples. When we talk about the type of elections we want, system, whether it is the PR or the first past the post, at the level of the tripartite, I was a member of the tripartite committee anyway, we say, well, one way will agree, we say, okay, let's leave it to the public. The government, the current government, did some engagements, stakeholder engagements, and they met with the religious communities, they met with the paramount chiefs, they met with civil society. In all three cases, overwhelmingly, the people said, we want the first past the post system. Don't you have you not got an answer? And still it is being put in dressed in some kind of way. We talk about ECSL as being the body responsible for all of this chaos and mayhem elections. And whilst we are addressing, and the position of the APC is, these people have messed up, those that were there as commissioners, from the chairman to the other commissioners. And we prescribed and agreed on the method of appointing the commissioners. Not just the commissioners, the commissioners, yes. To have a body comprising religious leaders, paramount chiefs, Labour Congress, journalists, civil society, etc., to be the body to receive and vet applications and present a slate of 3. And out of those, the president could appoint. Beautiful. And whilst they are pretending to be addressing that, the president appoints somebody. Boycotts, putting aside that beautiful arrangement. How do you call that? And then, whilst he has about 8 million people in Sierra Leone to appoint to be a new chairman, he appoints one of those persons that caused the problems of 2023. That is provocative. That is provocative.
Okay, Ambassador, we don't go way above time for peak calls. We need into this call people for calling. But I want to ask you, I want to give me a 1-minute response in this, Ambassador. If government and the APC, then the two sides, them fully implement all the recommendations of the tripartite committee, resolve all the issues, then if the APC lost 2028, would the APC accept the results? Will the APC say, yes, these results we accept, even though we've lost 2 times before this? The SLPP, yes, really won the elections.
And we can have all the reforms, but it is people, and that's why we are keen on having the right persons appointed into positions. With all the cleanness of the reform process, if you have, again, the wrong persons with the wrong motivation, they could still mess it up. So I cannot give you a categorical answer to that. Okay. Let the person prove himself, whoever is there in charge of conducting the elections. Let the police behave as the police. Okay. Let the EMBs, election management bodies, behave as such. Let the ECSL behave as such. To be straightforward. So we can have a beautiful structure now. The driver, you get a new engine, you get a new car. If the driver is not good.
But the driver will still be Edmond Alpha, because according to government, no matter the reforms, now he still gets to handle the elections 2028.
And so you expect, say, if Alpha can perform like I perform in 2023, me go sit there and I talk say we go accept.
So no matter how it's in, the APC will still say the election was rigged because it's Edmund Alpha we sit on the table.
And that's why we're saying, we're giving early warning, let it not be Edmund Alpha. He don't prove himself one as a crooked commissioner. You recall Kwenadugu. I mean, these things, you can hurt when we downplay on the effect on people. We know it. We know it. So reform and get the right persons, the good spirit, be fair, let me say free, fair, and transparent. If they are free, they are fair, they are transparent, together with the reforms, yes, why not?
Ambassador, well, this is not the storm before the calm. I want to ask you, they sing?
Unfortunately, that's the worst thing I can do in my life. I can't sing. I love music, but I can't sing at all. I regret not being able to sing.
But you could attempt for sing at least.
And I'll sing. I cannot sing with you. I can sing because if anyone sing, however the sound come out in a song. Yeah. But if I sing with you, I will play you song for you because I know you will keep with your rhythm.
Okay, just sing before we go for break. Anything, just we can have in mind, just give it.
Tell Papa God thank you. Let we tell thank you. Thank you. Tell Papa God thank you for waiting do for me. I go tell thank you, waiting do for me. I go tell thank you, so tell thank you, tell Papa God thank you.
So if now audition they come for now, I give you 8 out of 10. You think you deserve me 8 out of 10?
Well, I'm not a judge. Now this
is the sing at the Interreligious Council and Council of Churches. Well, are you not be the lead singer in?
That's the worst thing you can ask me to do for you. I cannot sing.
What mean they say can't sing? They take the back seats.
Well, now the chamot. My church said the chamot. The chamot where they come and singing. Honestly.
Okay, we don't go way above time, Ambassador. Let me go now for a very short break and then take as much calls as possible from Salon people they listen. The calls are coming in already. We're going now for a very short break. After this, 079 994 993.
You sabi Benimi?
I can tell you, the Salomon fast food love that door.
Benimix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here they make them. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. If fine for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even them safe as dinner. And it mix the different type
99.3
and super mix for
so
all
refreshing.
ages. Members say, then it mix them a packet. And they write PLC panel. Benimix, they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, put on number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Karel, you get the best of the two worlds. For tea lovers them, Karel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. The tea leaf they come out from high mountain area them. This premium black tea strong, natural and full of character. It will give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and safe for share. Karel Aroti, feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Aro Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee. Aro Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. One cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any side. Two great choices and one trusted name. Karel with a bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
Well, me fumbled them.
This not just another promo. This not just another advert. This my love song for the best juice in town. Sierra Juice.
Sierra Juice.
The on site for sale.
Sierra Juice.
So refreshing.
So refreshing. So refreshing. Sierra Juice.
The on site for sale.
Sierra Juice.
So refreshing.
So refreshing.
Sierra Juice. Made in Salon.
You sabi Benimi?
I can tell you, that Salomon in fast food love dando.
Baba, Benimix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here than they make them. Na him make the always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all.
Epic
and you
Radio.
able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Benimix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Members say Benimix then a packet and they write PLC panel. Benimix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battles
Epic Radio.
or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
Low take call star inside the program. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Pamusa, good morning.
Correct, thank you. And Petito, good morning, sir. And I ask you now, from Mange to your hometown, from Rokel, Pogotombo, would I be responsible for that route day? And the two, Samura Kamara and Wuna, the executive, now would have for joining company. So now that's normal, get sir.
Okay, where you call, please stay on the 1 minute, 079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, this is Bakar from Somek.
Bakar, go ahead, yeah, 1 minute.
Show say the tools and material for move this country to any level, the way of talk, the way of address issue. It shows say the SLPP, they really take Alpha Khan. No, Alpha Khan electorals are still in at the APC. When are the powerful people like Alimamy takes to. These are some of the things they would explain. The executive where we get to in our APC, now the worst executive ever we APC don't get. These are the executive, they don't care about the ordinary citizen of their party. Now the executive this way they call police for their citizen. And the executive this way tell me say then they'll win election, but let me move on. Now the executive this way molest the flag bearer. Tell us in a formal flag bearer. It is all kind of word for them. Say the man sell good. And at the same executive, this will not get respect for the ordinary citizen.
Thank you so much. 079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Alex from Foberu.
Alex, go ahead. You got 1 minute.
The Honorable, I really talk about all the rules then when the APC started, complete them. There are a lot of rules that when they start will not complete. One, the expansion of the Mashaka Mama Highway, they stop Nayam's fund, they didn't collect money. So the money will go 20% of ourselves. Now this government then can complete and finish them. The Penebu Kalang Highway, this government then can complete them. There are a lot of other roads, the constructions, the way they start will not complete. So no government will ever start work in complete time. Like Pakaba start a lot of rules where APC can complete time, but they claims responsibility and they complete them and they get them. Now so this government here, they don't do. They don't complete a lot of roads there, but they don't claim it and they do them. But in the APC, we see a lot of roads there where they claim it and they do them. Where Pakaba starts. Thank you very much.
079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Get in the studio. Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma, we the vie for the chairmanship of the main opposition, the APC. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is from Senjo Mara.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Well, I tell me, big brother, plenty, thank you. He talk like sage. He talk like a leader. And he gets vast experience. He gets wealth of experience inside politics. Like we come to the A of APC. And waiting newer action now is about this whole way Dr. Samura made it play. When we start this fight towards this tripartite, then they say no, now don't endorse it. Then we self made the again. People then they talk about Agenda 28. But now we don't see the party executive all man about this tripartite where Dr. Samura made it set. Are you fishing? What are the position of Dr. Samura towards this party now? Because when you look at what they happen towards tripartite, it's not a tripartite. It is done and dusted for 2028. So now, if this thing they be, what is the rule? Where the party they play now?
Thank you so much.
Towards the involvement of Dr. Samura.
Okay. 079 994 993. Call inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You name inside the call from?
Constance is before.
Go ahead. Get 1 minute.
Some of this country they're not honest. You know, APC, let them left this thing until we say we want to can power tomorrow. Rest they can be 200,000 for bag. Now that message in the one area. But the word they work with. Up to now, we don't forget about this. Don't say now, una degree all of this country. They work very well. They go sit down suffer. They work madabi go sit down suffer. You know, even the talker. But all the time, we not the full people anymore. Now we not self una command.
All right, thank you so much. 079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We get in the studio Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Usman Ibrahim Aram.
Commander Jibo, good morning. You get 1 minute.
The Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito, born of Mambolo. This is Commander Jibo on the line. Me na the mouthpiece. Really, I know Usman Mara. If they ask him some educative question them, but he answer, he respond, because I want politician. But brother, I ask you back. Ibrahim Mara asks you, he don't control position under the leadership of Koroma, being Minister of Trade, being Minister of Works, and all the questions they don't answer. And some of we know. So that he go to China under the leadership of Koroma. Now Ibrahim Mara asks you what you want to do for become the flag bearer. Today you aspire for the chairman for All People's Congress.
Okay.
So if he win this victory, I go able to bring this party, this sonko, this intimidation.
Okay. Commander Jibo, thank you so much. 079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We get in the studio in we Epic Radio Impact Makers program, Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You name inside the call from?
Yeah, I'm Joe from Kamayama.
All right, go ahead. Get 1 minute.
Well, like APCN, then our governance in which we have people the way we rule this country. At least it's better for but all time when they can't the rogue, if you ever conduct a free and fair election in this country, never. From for the born we can't get sense. So we're left with forge IRA. It will go better for this country. They can talk. Yeah? Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. 079 994 993. Call inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. This is the Epic Radio Impact Makers program, and we get in the studio Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Abdullah from Bafo.
Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Now the same people that they talk. You see, they don't conduct elections. People that don't complain, they don't work there. They don't talk, they don't forget about that. But this is still a party. And if you want to go around the all, they don't tell me say them are not ready up with that too. But it's there for watch, let us see the way for let us there for continue for the next year. But now that is the next one. When I'm going to go and people looking at the plan for the next one, then you should go and tell me say work for your party, instead of work for your country. No.
Okay. 079 994 993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. This is not the Impact Makers program, and we get in the studio Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma for talk on the term we don't serve in governance. Hello, good morning. All right, please call back 079 994 993. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
You never decide to call from.
Listen, I'm from Koroma, the call from Sembeta.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. All the things we need is the sincerity of this country. What people in the television, they need to talk. My need to see the eye, the other person. If you forget about 2007, all the leftover we can go to Medina, not transportation, nothing at all is done. All the leftover we don't pass. Take the transportation on the 23. Obviously, if you don't say that, I check on 2007, they say maybe slow that 23. So then educate people the wrong way.
All right.
Not they educate people in good way, not they educate people the wrong way. Then this man will come out, they will come out, government will not stop planning now. Not if the next century, all the electoral the government will go and let them win. Then that century is back to happy. No, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll take one more call. We don't go way above the 9 minutes time, 9 o'clock. Do call you on 079 994 993. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic Radio.
You never decide to call from. Okay, go ahead. 1 minute.
This I call from Hill Station, by the way. That man, they always they talk. That's not the way in life, even to the efforts of the West in that Koroma, this country. It's a great ref. Well, anybody will they say if they ask somebody question. And the man, the question when they ask the man, now they repeat and to his story. Not supposed to say no offense. Not supposed to say the man can bring all the way to the against this guy what they don't do. But when they ask a question, wait for reverse them. They answer them. Not supposed to say they just say that they don't do that, they don't do that. No. Now wait till then they ask the journalist they ask and they try for explain.
Okay.
So people they just they try no more for say, for explain what you don't pass it. No. And the question. So
all right,
thank
you so much.
Somebody.
All right, let's take one more call and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Call we on 079 994 993. Hello, good morning.
Morning, I'm inside. I call from Sense.
Sahil, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Koroma. You know, one man we always don't see as a leader. But the year where they nominate you as one of the best ministers there, that's in the day Minister of Works, as you said, not say. Now that very thing, President Koroma decide for sack you. Now the irony of another decide for us. Then you only stop there. In the history of this country, we not ever see president sack minister. It's the reason. But in your case, Ernest Koroma say we sack you because of incompetency. I should feel about things like that. And two, people will begin ask the question: why is Ernest Koroma so angry about you? You come out China, you resign for contest of black leadership of the APC. You people in Amambolo, they mobilize, then sure, then cook. When they decide for career activity, President Koroma say no what no should be.
Okay.
You come out China, a container of a t-shirt.
Right.
You can win.
Thank you so much.
President Koroma say enough for waiting McKinney.
Thank you. We're not going to take any more call inside the program. Make a return back to Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Petito Koroma for response to the callers them, and then we wrap up the show. Honorable.
Thank you very much. I will start with the last but one speaker. Will talk about me answering to questions we pose. Indeed, now so. Most of the discussions here now you lead the process. Now you raise and I just get for respond. So he asked me about issues whether. We're satisfied with the elections or what have you. I gave you an answer. I never made that as my own presentation, so I just want to thank Bai of Hill Station we make that observation day. And I'm here to respond to issues where the presenter they raise. So now forgive me if I revisit history. But let me come back to the ones that we talk about. The APC insisting on, say, they're rogue. Why would they repeat for say this if we don't done? I'm going to recall in 2007, when the APC win the elections, when I been get Secretary General, J.J. Blood, J.J. Shafa, and John Benjamin, each time they can on radio, now this same talk, APC no win, APC rogue, APC no win, and they not be even recognize APC as a government.
Yeah, I began John Oponjo Benjamin just about a month ago on this very same program. He said the SLPP not lost the election.
Well, and so tell them that, these things happen. That is their own mindset at the time. And I say this because if I dare not be even recognized that APC was in government, because if you say APC not be winning the elections.
Okay.
So if me come as APC now and ask me question about the 2023 elections, what answer do you expect? I say it was free, fair, and transparent. If it is free, fair, and transparent, why ECSL they continue to treat the people of Sierra Leone this way? Where the results? Me are anxious for see the results, but no way ECSL is keeping the result as if they're personal property.
Okay.
So please, when I talk to ECSL, let this talk done. Let ECSL produce the results, and all things go clear, all things go pass. Some people raise the issue of Dr. Samura Kamara. So Samura Kamara is an integral part of the APC. Now somebody asked, would I for joining company? We all for join the APC. The APC is the body that the executive belongs to, that Dr. Samura belongs to. Not to the executive who join Dr. Samura, or Dr. Samura can join the executive. We all for join the party. That the APC will all for join, and that the APC we all for support. Somebody asked, how are we unite the party? How are we unite the party? Yes, I already know part of the problems. Most of the problems I know already, and I go engage with all, that the executive, Dr. Samura, and others they will not even know about, so that we see the need.
Okay.
Well, let we come together and move forward. By God's grace, I go do that. I promise you. Then somebody talk about roads, and the roads. I mentioned briefly. I'm very correct. I don't say all the roads now under me. I say, but most of them. I say either I will start them and I complete them, or I start them and I left there at the time where I left the office. That's what I said. Some they will complete, some will not be complete. You see, you are very correct, but I never claimed say all of them will do. But let me say this to you. Do you talk to the SLPP? I presume the person is talking to SLPP. Talk to the SLPP, let them wake up. They have been too lazy for complete this road, this peninsula road, Napakaba beginner. When we come, now we can continue for work on that. When we come as Minister of Works, now I can pick them up. I can go to number 2 river. And in fact, now we expand to, it used to be 2 lanes, under the design, I'll be 2 lanes. Now under my leadership, we can make them 4 lanes. We not left them at the time.
Okay.
8 years ago, we left them number 2. And for 8 years almost, for this party, this government done an 8-kilometer road 10 a day. They become too lazy for road business. So when you talk about road, now I can just shake me.
Okay.
Let them complete that peninsula road for we. 8 kilometers only. Only 8 kilometers for 8 years. So if I get more time, I will look into the other issues there. So if I not meet some other time, I hope I will come back.
Okay.
And we'll continue the discussions.
Well, Honorable Ambassador Alimamy Koroma, founder of the Linda Koroma Memorial Foundation, senior member of the APC, former Minister of Works and Housing, former Minister of Trade and Industry, former ambassador to China, former General Secretary for the Council of Churches Sierra Leone, former Secretary General of the Interreligious Council. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me on the program this morning. I mean, from me, Epic Radio, and the many thousands of who they listen in the morning show, thank you for your time, and we hope to get you in the subsequent programs in the lead up to that campaigning day for being the chairman of the APC.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter, and I appreciate that you invite me. And I feel good being here today, and for I throw light on some of the things that we raised, and I look forward to my next. I have to say that I enjoy the program very much, and I look forward to my next visit here. And for those down the way listen to the program, I want to thank them very much. The one who will ask questions, who will make comment, whether critical or otherwise, I want to thank them. That's what makes it an interesting discourse, that you can participate even from afar and coming out with your own views. So if you don't come with your own views, why shouldn't I come with my own views? So let's keep talking.
I mean, we live in a democracy, so you expect that to happen.
I look forward for coming again here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The Epic Morning Show will continue in the second segment with Marion Precious George. We go review the biggest stories that will happen from yesterday. Until then, my name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Take care.
Miss Africa. She come from Freetown. Ghana is her way to Nigeria. Way down to Gambia. In Abidjan she lost an appointment. Throw down to Cameroon. Lord, this woman never lose her time, yeah. Oh, she is rain come, sun come, care go bring come. Lord, this woman is always obliging, lady. Always on the road, my darling. Is always on the road, yeah. Lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, on the road. My lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, yeah. She's a Gambian. Some people say she's a Sierra Leonean, but I know that she's Miss Africa. She come from Freetown. Ghana is her way to Nigeria. Way down to Gambia. In Abidjan she lost an appointment. Throw down to Cameroon. Lord, this woman never lose a time, yeah. She's rain come, sun come, care go bring come. Lord, this woman is always obliging, lady. Always on the road, my darling. Is always on the road, yeah. Lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, on the road. My lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, yeah. Take some warning, baby. Better take some warning, baby. Better take some warning, baby. Better take some warning, baby. Lady on the road, hey. Better take some warning, baby. My lady on the road, hey. Better take always on the road, my darling. Is always on the road, yeah. Lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, on the road. My lady on the road, on the road. Lady on the road, yeah. Some say she's a Gambian. Some people say she's a Sierra Leonean. But I know that she's Miss Africa. She come from Freetown.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Update. So we start off with an exciting moment for Leon Stars. So Salon don't finally know the teams they're going to play for the AFCON qualifiers 2027, and they don't play Salon inside Group E. We get DR Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Zimbabwe. It's a very tough group, I'll tell you. But again, a team without a coach. So one for see what the Salon Football Association would do in recent time. So yesterday, finally, the long-awaited CAF AFCON Duo don't take place, and there are so many tough group. Definitely, we'll pay keen attention to that at 11 a.m. this morning. And away from that, we look at Dani Carvajal. We finally don't commit. Say, he go left Chelsea, he go left Liverpool, pardon me. He go left Real Madrid, I beg your pardon. He go left Real Madrid at the end of the current season. And Dani Carvajal go on an Instagram page and he talk about a lot of emotion where it gets currently as he don't decide for left Madrid, but he say the captain hand ban then are in safe hands as Feli Valverde will be the next captain for Real Madrid. So this season, Arsenal concede no penalties and currently no red card for Arsenal in the entire season. One more game to go on Sunday against Crystal Palace. But currently this season, Arsenal are receiving red card yet and no penalties. So Arsenal don't keep 500 clean sheets in the history of the Premier League. Since the found of Arsenal managed to keep 500 clean sheets. And away from football now to boxing, as Ryan Garcia do announce they go on for featherweight Conor Ben inside Las Vegas this September. And finally, after 22 years, Arsenal are champions of the Premier League. For this morning, all this is good for you inside Sports Updates.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the midweek edition of the entertainment news here on the Epic Morning Show. Me, the Big Daddy, starting here with a man calling off his wedding after seeing a comment of his wife supporting Chiki online for connecting with a married woman. The wife clearly said if a husband ignore him, in a fine Chiki, and that was the height of it. So the man had to call off the wedding. Of course, we all know the saga with Chiki right now going around. And moving on, Liberia superstar Jay Zino in an interview recently was asked about Shatawale of Ghana. Well, the star be come out and talk about the expert way and get for Shatta. According to him, say there was a particular time when Shatta be introduced him to an audience and the energy of the crowd, I mean the way they hype him was genuinely, and for that he will always remain loyal to the artist. And of course, Don Jazzy of course revealed the hardest part of running Marvin's record. So Don Jazzy opened up in an interview and he talked about one of the hardest moments of his music career, admitting that letting one of his favorite artists win a DJ was a painful one for him. And also, actress, of course, Sandra Okunwa don't open up say male actors they ask for plenty money. According to him, say it's not like first time way some of the actors them go take a whole movie, but now just for few roles, of course, they take up to ₦1 million, and that of course don't really they affect them, and they don't expensive to the fact that since YouTube has been introduced, 4 to 5 million for just 4 days on set. That's crazy. And of course, Hole in Tight. So Aldice alongside A Banks, of course, just don't drop a massive one. So go and check that out. Well, we all know say Incredible JJB host Jay Zino, and of course EBD in town, where apart from all of the activities where they be involved in, well, they be visit the Ministry of Tourism, Cultural Affairs, and they were warmly embraced. And of course, a whole lot be happen where the minister self be joined them on the Crush song inside the Matt EP, and of course they did a TikTok video. That was all, and that's how we come to an end of the entertainment news here this morning with me, Big Daddy.
As I find the love again for your side, lean on me, baby.
as if you are. Don't stop it, baby.
I happy for my soul. Say your love, they my zone. Prettier than the tico. Me.
Better D for the war. Where them girls carry come. Set the battlefield. Kill them chicks for you.
We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking made easy. Whatever your dreams may be, Bloombank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence at the tip of your fingers. There's only one bank, Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen.
You sabi Benimi?
I dey tell you, na Solomon in first food love dando.
Bobo, Benimix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here than they make am. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. If fine for big person, it they make your body fresh.
Epic
you don't ask
Radio.
for cook at all. And you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Benimix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benimix then a packet and they write PLC banner. Benimix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that.
Arthur Ashi once said, say start usa you dey, use what you get and do what you able do. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, on Facebook, YouTube, and through the website at myepiconline.com. You can also get me through Zimi Radio 107.5 FM, Napujeun District. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, PPRC rule on APC internal election petition and ward rerun. Also, National Public Health Agency confirmed no case of Ebola in the country. Ministry for Health Oral Health Department announced free dental care campaign in the Western Area Rural District. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers there inside the show this morning. And for joining me to discuss the issues I get now the studio, Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for Be Found, and also get Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Sundu.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning to your favorite and wonderful listeners. Because when you are on this program, your name, if you are out there, Marion Precious George. When some of the caller call, I do remember when you are at the seat.
Okay.
It's good to be here.
Thank you so much. Toby, good morning.
Good morning, Marion, and good morning to your esteemed and wonderful listeners.
You just smile. Why? I know for belief saying that because of the winning.
Well, let me say congratulations to all Arsenal fans. Let me use this. I am a United fan.
They just said directly, congratulations to me, Toby.
Congratulations to you, Marion and Toby, because me and Toby, behind the scene, I can always say Arsenal need more efforts. And this season, to be very honest, we not deserve them. We don't make so much effort. Absolutely. So congratulations once more.
Yeah.
It is, of course, a wonderful moment, and I just catch up to you on Facebook posts. I go through them now, but it feels emotional. This is a club where they'll come close for winning the Premier League. I think it's a moment we want to celebrate after 22 long years.
It is.
We are Premier League champions again.
It is. Quickly make we look at stories reported on the front pages of various newspapers, and for that, my first take now the Independent Observer newspaper. Top story: President Bio delivers historic Oxford address on democracy, governance, and Africa's future. And also Sierra Leone Commercial Bank financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2025. A big banner headline reads, Freetown launches Clean Air Initiative to drive data-led climate and public health action. Health Minister chairs GFF Ministerial Network meeting in Geneva. All of the stories and more you go get now the Independent Observer newspaper this morning.
May first speak this morning, now the Awoko newspaper. We get some really good and interesting stories. Sierra Leone pushes valuable addition in mineral sector as ADPA Mining Week opens. New York reports about $790 million investment. From survival to thrive, Chamber President warned economic needs, sweeter business climate. And sustainable economy transformation cannot be achieved by the government alone, Minister Tunis. Trade Minister promises renewed public-private push as economic show gently recovery. PPRC hands over landmark APC elections verdict to Party Secretary General. These are all good stories reported by Awoko this morning.
Away from that, I take the Premier News newspaper. Top story: high rates of death among people with multi-drug resistance TB, research shows. And also Sierra Leone holds second mining week. Bio delivers historic Oxford address on democracy, and FCC launches air quality initiative in Freetown. Also in this issue, NEWRMCO's Turkish delegation explores business climate and human security. All of the stories and more you go get now the Premier News newspaper this morning.
The final pick this morning, now the Global Times newspaper. We say under Yakuba Bio, port security personnel get brand new uniforms and boots. President Bio urges defend constitutional democracy. IFAD country director comments LLDP. These are all the stories reported by Global Times this morning.
And my final take now the Standard Times newspaper. Top story: when oversight becomes overreached, is Salone tertiary education under threat? That's the question asked, and you'll see a photo of the Minister of Tertiary Education at the front page. And also what Sebom Kanu's return teaches us. Finally, Muslim Television International to open new studio on Saturday. All of the stories and more you go get now the Standard Times newspaper this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we will discuss a range of issues this morning. But before we look at the first story, make I ask you just one simple question. If something happened to your business or property today, how fast you go able for recover? Now this make you need German insurance. They know them for fast claims payment, so you can get back to business without stress. Plus the premiums very affordable and flexible, so it'll work for you. Call them on 088-220-137 or visit them na number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. German Insurance, them trustworthy and professional. We'll look at the first story inside the show. Side the National Public Health Agency don't confirm say no suspected Ebola case not inside the country. This announcement comes just after one report or announcement by the World Health Organization where they declare public health emergency of Ebola. Now two countries them outside and say other countries them for take stringent measures as way for make the virus not spread. Executive Director for the National Public Health Agency, Professor Fodesa, say Salone currently Ebola-free, but talk about how the country for prepare so that we no go get such sick. He talk about several things them way he say people for do as way for protect themselves and be vigilant when it come to interaction with different people them, and the work way the ministry and the agency don't do so far for screen people na different borders them, including the airports, as way for know whether they come inside the country and whether they go out in terms of the Ebola virus way they na the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda as well at the moment. I will start with Sundu on this.
Yeah, I think now a visible alert. When I be listen and follow the world news, I think na BBC I captured reports where you say 80 people don't die in Congo, and you get over 200 people where they in quarantine, like how we don't do now. So, but still the government's not able for I call and declare health emergency, then say not reach up to that kind of stage. Then a BBC report. So we begin playing on my mind, say, this sick don't show face again within Africa. And also Sierra Leone, who don't face, epidemic like that kind here. We all recall in 2014, under the former administration of President Koroma, who beget Ebola.
Yeah.
And that breakout, bring a lot of controversy, Salone. And I believe, say, after that, will not they take any epidemic or anything with a disease or infectious disease, we make an kalokalo again. We must be serious. This na alert. And one of the good things we I can say, the health officials, they don't proactive right now more than reactive. Is this CDC center where they make sure say that they report on disease, any type of disease we want break out within Africa or Europe safe, then we'll call the attention of we the citizens for say let will be alert. Because why would they still let them, their ministries, departments and agencies be proactive rather than reactive? If you alert your citizens on issues where they bother within the globe, and mark you Marion, the world we live today, na a global world. Try to be small, when you go to school, they teach you about globalization. We'll be facing more way than say, it will reach them, America, or, we talk about Europe, you talk about the America, you talk about, Asia, you talk about Africa, then say world will be one. Maybe they say, distance like that, but when you look at what technology don't do, when you look at waiting innovations don't do. You talk about traveling. Every day people will travel from one country to another country. You talk about, the human movement. You talk about communication. It done so quick that at the day now, me and my family, that kind of thing will be there between, which can they wait for say when I need to talk for how many weeks. With the day now we see, we chat face to face, you go there on video call, it depends on how one for put on. So the world is a global world. Whatever catches, Congo, it means Sierra Leone should be on the alert for combat that kind of thing. And one of the proactiveness was the government on proactive over the years. Look at the COVID. When it came, due to the past experience of denial syndrome, not to Ebola, na this, na that. But when we can get, the lives we lost, na Salone, and we see how, the disease, Ebola, treats people, how government officials, or how, the health officials, because they get that kind, I would say they were not physically equipped at that time. A lot of lives then go. But now, we see where COVID break down. We see how governments be proactive for put measures in place, even though you not reach Naya quickly, but they be proactive, log in that kudos day. So Sierra Leoneans, with the citizens, now we now left to, like what we talk about rainy season now, let we keep the environment clean, let we make sure say this hand wash, this touch body, now binding self 9 day, you understand?
Okay.
Because diseases and more like they can, now you contaminate, quick you don't pass. to one person to another.
Now, Toby, we talked about this same issue yesterday, and the agency decided for call a press briefing yesterday, updating the public, apart from the press releases they put out, as way for, tell the media for able to spread the message that Ebola then country so but come salonate. But the scary part of this, in as much as the ministry and the agency that they say that they put measures in place in terms of preparedness, they also mentioned during the press conference that no vaccine not available at the moment, and apart from the vaccine, other PPEs possibly not available in the country in case we get any outbreak.
It is a swift move in terms of bringing assurance to the public or to the country in respect of the outbreak. We're currently on the hit Uganda and DR Congo. And take it into cognizance. Yesterday, then do the draw for the Africa Cup of Nations, and Salon get for play against DR Congo, and DR Congo get for play in games in DR Congo. Yes, we will play them way down September, but currently the Ebola crisis in DR Congo keep increasing every day, and the numbers they increase every day. So I'm also expecting this for be a measure now we will also start for put in place in case heading to September Ebola cases still there at DR Congo. Now, organizing the press conference is one, but the vigilance which Sierra Leoneans do not get during the experience of Ebola, I think as a country, I'm proud for say we cool fight for not get a single case this time around, because we all know how Ebola hit with the past period, the era of 2013, 14, and 15. And but with the authority we charged with the responsibility in bringing assurance to the country, I think this not stop only to the agency or the ministry. It's up to we as citizens. It's up to we as people really do congested movement. Yesterday, I can say I want the agency and the ministry for now start to implement strict measures that let we start for use face mask to public places where they go. There should be hand sanitizer. Let we just try for enforce those restrictions we will get during the time that we experience Ebola and COVID. So for me, I think it is something for be highly vigilant. We all know say when they come into the raining seasons, we all know say people who do business on congested area, the Abacha, the Dove Court. We don't know the people who they mix with every now and then. So I just hope that the agency and the Ministry of Health for just try for put these restrictions where we get, like public places, pausing for the use of hand sanitizer, wash your hand before you go to some offices, especially busy offices who say many people go for go acquire things. And for the vigilance, and I think as a country, we don't experience then kind of a bad sick than the COVID and Ebola. I think we are ready as a country, for go back to those era, but it stop and starts with us. Okay,
we move away from that and look at another story quickly. Usai, the Ministry of Health, still we get for those health issues. The Ministry of Health Oral Health Department, we do officially announced major free dental care and awareness campaign. We then say the target vulnerable community them across the Western Area Rural District. The initiative we then titled Western Rural District Oral Health Campaign, then say go cater for people them for free oral health care and provide other critical dental services and boost public awareness about oral hygiene. And for talk more about this campaign, we will get on the phone Desmond Williams, the district dental officer for Western Area Rural District. We go tell you more about the campaign and why then decide for target oral care, oral and dental care for people in that particular place they inside the country. We don't get now on the phone Desmond R. Williams, dentist, district dental officer, Western Area Rural District. Good morning and welcome to the show, Desmond.
Yes, good morning, Epic Radio.
So I don't lay premises regarding the theme and this initiative, but make we ask the question, wetin bring about this initiative? Why wanna decide for, do this campaign, especially in our Western area rural district?
Okay, so for the past years now, the Western Rural District has been, deprived of oral health services. So it will shock you to know that it was only January, a few months ago, we actually, started deploying stations within the Western Rural District. So if I can say, the people in the Western area are not too conversant with oral health when it comes to the aspect of dentistry. So ever since the involvement of me being the newly appointed district dental officer, I noticed that the awareness is not there, so I thought it fit that, okay, with this campaign, the education and free treatment, also to get the unit and stations popularized as well, could help the district, with the oral health issues in going forward. So that actually brought about the initiative.
So how una get for go about how una dey do for select people dem wey go benefit from this? Take me through that and waiting entail for make them be a part of the campaign.
Okay, so first off, within the district we have 3 stations. We have Chinese Hospital, when at Jue. We have the Waterloo Government Hospital, when at Waterloo, and Godrich Community Clinic, the dental unit. So this coming Thursday, we are starting at Chinese Hospital, and then the following Thursday, Waterloo, and so forth. So the whole campaign is based on the first 100 persons. The first 100 persons for each year from 9 o'clock, we start, we do free dental examination, free extraction, we give you toothbrush and toothpaste. That's the whole essence of the program. That's how we design the whole program to be. And then next Thursday, the same thing at Waterloo, and the following one, the same thing at Godrich. That's how we're going to go about it.
So you're saying that each of these communities now 100 people who cater for?
Yes, 100 plus. Yes.
100 plus. So waiting will happen to other sets of people perhaps we're not able for benefits from this campaign?
So the thing is, the campaign actually, like I said, is to create the awareness. So if you're not fortunate, you definitely know now, okay, there's the dental unit, at Chinese Hospital. If I have dental issues, I can go there and check myself out and everything. Because obviously, everyone won't benefit. Okay. Some people will get the information later, But the whole idea, we are aiming at creating the awareness and helping out, our people in the Western Rural District.
More talk about logistical support. How will I do for get them?
So yes, we have a supporting team, from national. We sent our official letter of assistance to our national team, our principal dental office of the principal dental officer. And they also, try to assist with few logistics. And the district dental officer also, came through and tried to provide the necessary things them. And the in charges, because all of the units have in charges and deputies, so it's like all hands on deck just to promote oral health, within the district. Yes.
Now, are there any, or is there any specific age bracket of people we want to foresee too?
No, we are doing all ages, from kids to elderly. Okay. Once you fall within the first 100 plus, then you are eligible.
So after the awareness, waiting next because when you look at people and where they areas of such, where it come to dental health or oral health, then one way or the other find them very expensive, for able access. So after this campaign, waiting next for those sets of people, we go don't get the awareness, but one for go to go check them teeth normally or usually for making them waiting they happen with in terms of the price and all of this, is there a way on a cable for strike a balance for kind of reduce the cost of the services?
So if I can really say, when it comes to oral health, on its own is very expensive. I won't deny that. You understand? But we are trying our very best, to make it affordable, for people out there. And I also want to let the general public know that this outreach will be something that will be coming coming up maybe in every 3 months or 6 months.
Okay.
You understand? Because this is not something we could do every now and then because the support and all that. You understand? But we have wishes and stakeholder support. Then maybe we can make it more than regular. You understand? Because we really want oral health to meet people at their doorsteps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So finally, how una go able manage situation of people coming from other communities, they go and learn community area so na they cater for. It's possible that if people get the information now and they know say, for instance, when they Jew so term come out side and they perhaps what alone for can Jew forget this free oral care.
Okay, so the information we are sending out is that for the people of Jue, Grafton, Hastings, the location is Chinese Hospital tomorrow, which is Thursday, the 21st of May. And then for the people at Rokel, Waterloo, next week Thursday, we're going to be at Waterloo Government Hospital. So we won't be bugging them coming from Waterloo to Jue.
Okay.
So it would be nice to wait for next week Thursday, those that are around Waterloo, Tombo, all those places. And the same for those that are around, Godrich, the Hamilton, all those places, to wait for the following, which is June 6th.
Okay.
That's how we have separated the location and date.
Okay.
And we are saying first 100, but we might end up seeing more than 100 people, based on how they come and try to make themselves available.
Thank you so much, Desmond, for it and talk to me.
You're welcome.
Yes, in name na Desmond Williams, District Dental Officer, Western Area Rural District, we dey talk about the Ministry for Health, them oral health department, free dental care campaign where they do launch, where I say go happen na different, location them inside this month, next month, and so on. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we'll discuss a range of issues. Before we look at another story, make I ask you a question. You want a natural tea where they refresh your body. You do look for something where healthy and gentle on digestion. You want that tea where they keep you feeling fresh all day. I would think that the answer, they make them with natural grown tea leaf. It's healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bag inside every pack, you always get more for enjoy and share with other people. Our tea, natural freshness in every sip we take. This message they come out from Karel. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we'll deal with the final issue before we pick calls to say the Political Parties Regulation Commission do release a ruling on dozens of petitions where they challenge the All People's Congress party lower level internal election outside the order rerun in selected wards of the country. Well, the commission received, according to reports, 37 petitions covering 72 wards across Western area, Southern, Eastern, Northern, and Northwest region, and then conduct hearings from the 8th to the 18th April. Now 5 sites that will include Freetongue and Bow. The key ruling them where the commission put out include the cancellation of election now constituency 116, ward 407 and 409. Outside and say then go do a rerun. And also constituency 124, ward 428, and the vice chairman and PRO will then say then declare vacant after winner then Fenot say they reside na the ward. Well, several other things them they make mention of, including Southern region, outside and gets petition from Bonth District, Ward 312 and 314, outside then alleged intimidation by a group called Soldier Team, where they may get for dismiss the election. But the commission ruled that the election be properly conducted and it no need any reruns. This and several other things in the commission say regarding the All People's Congress party lower level election. Sundu.
Yeah, that tells you that democracy they play, and when democracy is at the peak, we always say with democracy with the bayou and force. But when we talk about democracy, now then political party they are force who can say let them start the democratization. When democracy want for sit down, now political parties in as much as they for shape the political will, that they for begin do the needful. If petitioners come with reports to the body way responsible for complaint, they're not take the law na the hand, then say no, we get about the way na the Political Party Regulation Commission. Let we go put we complaint to them, make them look into them. And I want for say thank you to the APC, we themselves idea to the institution where they regulate them. That's then get few sets of them, members we don't go through elections but are not happy, but then go filing them petition to the commission, and the commission don't sit down, they don't look into 37 petitions where they don't give the validity them for rerun the elections, and I think say a very good step in the right direction for we democracy for strong. I can always say if democracy for Tinap na salon, we political party them first, then for respect the laws for which the APC do abide to, then for also make sure they respect the institutions and way they regulate them, then for also make sure say the democratic principles when are patience, then for go with them. So in this case they don't do them. We wish them the very best for letting them do the rerun so that they will catch up with the national convention we then get.
Yeah, Toby.
And I think if they talk about election reform, this is a party where all of them strive over the years after the 2018 election, 2020 elections. This is a political party we say we need some massive overhaul in the electoral system. We find out it brings the tripartite recommendation, it brings the issue of Edmond Alpha being appointed ECSL commissioner, and you go one for clean another person host, then you left your host T. And if a political party is striving for elections reform, and I think this is a good step for go and for comment the PPRC for this landmark verdict, looking at the fact that there were lots of irregularities will happen in the lower level election. Among the people who first called for the nullification was Honorable Sarah Jolins Kamaya, where he go to his Facebook page and say the APC lower level election for be cancelled, it for be nullified because there were a lot of election malpractice. We feel like occur. We also see that we are centers whose voting or even take place. We also see some ballot papers, the individual and face, the face is not there at the ballot papers. Now, image of animals that then put there, and this also asks a lot of questions about the credibility and the committee we charged with the responsibility in conducting these elections for the All People's Congress lower level. And I think this is the right step. This is not the right moves. And I think if anybody want to get a position na the APC, if I be duly won, if I go to due process, I think nullifying the elections. It is sad when there are certain areas where they call for nullify. But I think when you look at videos, you look at images of the elections, the first one, it tells you, say, that we are lots of election malpractice, things that will not go right. And many people will be even stand, say, I don't see me name, and I even see me face ID card issue.
So if you don't, you're trying to say the party for all listen to those set of people and the issue not for the escalate to the point that in the petition.
Yes.
Okay.
Because even to top members of the party, I just mentioned Honorable Siraji Williams Kamara, somebody who one time don't serve in the parliament for the APC, say then for nullify the elections. So it means say if who feels it knows it. He's part of the party, he's part of the party structures, and in say he go to his Facebook page, millions of people they follow him on Facebook. So I will say the same thing. I don't think say the elections of the APC was duly organized. The last time I see this, many people found out me. I don't feel say the APC, they were ready for conduct these elections. They were not ready. After several cases with PPRC, there were so much loopholes and lapses from the party. So they were not practically focused for on the lower level election, rather than putting more energy on the issue of Edmond Alpha, forgetting say they get more significant issue that is affecting the party. Okay. Now the election don't be nullified. They therefore go back, announce a new date, print ballot papers, put people at the centers. It costs money for the party. It involves a lot of resources from the party.
Is it just about the money? What about the time? Because we don't hear a lot of time we supporters that say the party not get them, and most of those things therefore don't do them by now.
Yes. But time na money. That is the better interpretation. Time na money. And this is a party we don't even get a leader for the 2028 elections. And I meant to understand.
They don't get a leader yet.
They don't get a leader yet. So I would say they don't get a leader, whether now or later. But the point now that I think in August, October, then for choose the flag bearer. This is May, June, July, August, September, October. That is that if not the case. But
before choosing the flag bearer, they had to go to their convention.
Yes,
for change the executive because the executive
I think
force.
yes. So these are all.
That's not another issue.
These are all serious matter with the party gets. The party don't spend more time on national issue. But forgetting say there are also serious issue back home. And this is one. If they're not done with the lower level election, they cannot get their convention. If they not get their convention, they cannot select their leader for the 2028 elections. It is a roadmap. And they need to follow these roadmaps before the APC function as a well-structured political party. I will continue to say this. It is a party with a lot of experience, but this current leadership of the APC, they don't neglect a lot of things within the party, and that is what affecting the APC.
Talking about the party issues where they don't complain about to the PPRC, Honorable Bundu, former speaker, also make several complaints to the PPRC regarding APC, especially when it comes to the executive and all. We say then time done. So then for get new executive, all of those things, you see them as distraction for the party, or is it that the party just no one for abide by the constitution we govern them for make everything go smooth and well?
Well, that's now the basic way I guess say if we for conform with democratic norms, political parties and get for accept reforms. And just from Toby highlights one issue where we all cry for reforms in the country. We always say we constitution for stand the test of time. And all other constitution, they rise up with the national constitution, where now the ground norm. So then constitution gets clause where they tell you say if your time is up, well, PPRC that side then can go there and say, okay, due to X, Y, and Z, our party structure one, perhaps the lower level elections to be conducted. I mean, we need to conduct the lower level elections. We need to, have our conventions. So our time is lapped, but PPRC get the onus for extend the mandate. Yes, it can get in time. People also no more get time for okay. Una way today, una try for organize, or then go say okay, una dissolve, una bring interim body for make them continue with the party activities. But this time I think PPRC we don't get an extension of time. Yeah. But if that time they lap, they don't do their work. I think say now another concern. So waiting we go advise, in as much as the very APC as a opposition, they always cry now for reforms. Now we talk about the tripartite, like Toby talks, they do not get leader. It's because Dr. Samuel Akamaing absolutely say the 2023 election, they get for continue, they not get for take part, even they talk about 2028 election because the 2023, issues of electoral justice, they not do it. It's until it's finished. So for me, I think that the APC need to sit down and look at their back. Because I can always say this, elections are not won on the very election day. It's like the adents go, you cannot, fatten the pig on the marketing day. So elections are not won on the same day. You have to do your homework well. Because if you concentrate on issues, party members, this is a you go so the draw so meaning I always say it's another topic for the 2028 election.
Yes. Quickly, may we pick calls inside the show 079 994 993, now the number for call and make a contribution inside the show regarding issues we don't discuss so far inside the second segment. We go first caller on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Abakar from
Baka, go ahead.
I want to tell people them say the APC is the biggest political party, second biggest political party in Asalo. Now them PPRC, they go all up till now. Now they don't approve as they don't release some of the petition then. Let's see the big problem really happen. So with this one, they give PPRC thumbs up. We are in the SLPP, where then we get plenty petitions then. we see when at the PPRC and the CSF that they conduct the election in this. We all know the SLPP where they do some of the executive business they do. They come again, waiting the government they do. The government they make sure say that the opposition they can rule. They pay attention for the opposition, make the opposition all the steady. They get all these different fights. And as Koroma former president, if him want to pay attention to SLPP, believe it or not, the paper, SLPP will not scatter.
Okay.
See then I make we get different factors, we get different people then. If you come out here and then go fetch APC under, then go fetch APC over.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call and make a contribution regarding the issues so far. We don't discuss inside the show. Hello, you name outside the call from.
Hello, Pamusa the Ghana Brazil.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
What are they trying for talk about opposition? Then they cry for 2023 election. Then see the rook there. Then don't go to election. Then go rook there, you won't compete there. How will not go cry for foul there? When the foul not compete there. Like you, our politicians them so crook. Then the crook there, they know how them crook there. When I left last year.
Anyways, 079-994-993. Make I ask you one simple question. If something happen to your business or property today, how fast you go recover? Now this make you need J-Man insurance. Them know them for fast claims payment, so you go get back to business without stress. Plus, them premiums very affordable and flexible, so it'll work for you at any time. Call them on 088-220-137 or visit them at number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. J-Man Insurance, them trustworthy and professional. We get another caller on the phone. Good morning.
Mr. Mario, good morning, man.
Suleiman. Yes, good morning.
Me APC people, they wanna go vest for me no, because this thing I get for talk from what President Kuma acting Vice President, the one that will be advisor, then that in the then at the falter then the APC. And after that, where they all get go McCain, then choose and then no go as election, then go choose Dr. Samura. Then the other thing, President Kuma responsible for APC in fall down. But then can correct them because you know the out. I mean you know the inside the again. But if you Dr. Samura say power pass it reverse na in 23 day. Now more the ruling party they glad for na because they know say una they in reverse gear, then go tangle una te una tire. So for common that for them join you compete them for make una bill una APC and they against una all two APC still people. But I advise back for make sure that you go before. That's what we think.
Thank you. I'm going to take 3 more calls. 079-994-993. Now the number for call inside the show. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, you name outside the call from.
Good morning, Epic.
Good morning.
Lamin Samuel Koyato.
Yeah, Lamin.
Yeah. I think Toby, not to all the election they rerun. Now some, nine in the rerun. The other one, the MPP actually say, okay, the right for let them do what they do. And then for say the APC not get leader, what you go say about the current acting chairman? Is he not a leader for the APC? How go call her? And the executive ready now. Not to them if anything happen from the APC aspect, not to them will they blame. Why you go say they not get leadership?
Okay, yeah. Well, 2 more calls. I think the leadership will try for talk about now the flag bearer for the party also, the presidential aspirants. So, 9 to be the try for talk about. It's not like the party not gets executive or leadership at the moment. Stop. Yes.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name outside the call from.
Bakonte, you call from Ogun.
Bakonte, go ahead.
Yes, Marion Susan.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, what are they talk? Then why are they not so bad? They're not serious. APC, they're not serious at all. If they're serious, they're not going to behave like how they behave. So look, then talk say 2023 election. Then see why una they behave so una self. I'm not free to say them for behave so. Thank you very much.
Okay, 1 more call and we wrap up. 079-994-993. Hello, you name outside the call.
Let me talk.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I call from Kosoton. Bakar.
Okay, go ahead.
But this morning, I told me to talk about Seraji, they complain. But Seraji was on SBS this morning, congratulating PPRC for a good job done. And even the APC party, the internal body were responsible for elections. Seraji was on radio, commending them this morning by SBS radio. Yes, I heard him.
Okay. So, so anyway, Siraji raised complaint about the election, and the party not listen to them, then go ahead with the election. So now that's, I believe based on that, they recommend the PPRC. More take one bonus call. Hello, your name outside the call from?
Yeah, good morning, Marion, President George.
Yes, good morning.
Anamta.
Yes, Anamta, go ahead.
Thank you for the bonus you do. I want to thank you. Listen, I listen 98, I listen one copy. I work like 3 stations, all of the APCD. I want to ask the question, I listen what I mean. I mean, if you are a teacher, then the teacher, I will call a case. If you like God George, you don't teach us in the country. Like our people. Everything is elected in 2020. Then I don't make your level, and teach the man, and the man go complain. APC not put your house in order. This channel, this suffering, what people will go through, so we're not particular. We're not put your house in order. Don't get a formidable opposition. We go all the miles and tools. We're not putting ourselves together for the benefit of this country.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we need to take any more calls. I'll start with Sundu quickly as a way of wrapping up.
Yeah, I want to start with the very person we talk about, the APC is crying foul over 2023 elections, and then they do same to them, colleagues them. For me, I think this is not the honest part what they talk about with political parties. You cannot be saying you want to do national reforms, then in between yourself, you're not able to bring your membership together. Make sure issues then we will not able to solve. Pass when I go na the commission we responsible, because a lot of things they wait make Toby they talk about the ineffective leadership. I don't use this word ineffective executive. This particular executive way they na the APC for now we na caretaker, they are ineffective. Trust, because boku thing the way them for them able for resolve. We do not forgo to that kind of level there, but they not they do that. So I think the callers them, and to be safe to a certain extent, they get right for they're quitting the last caller let them put some house in order, because we want strong opposition. We want opposition we go put always on the good governance program. We don't talk opposition for be responsible, hold government accountable responsibly, bring alternative responsibly. Not to that bagbati bongo sukuru by force or pow when pass for kind of power. And for let you put in house in order, you get for accept divergent views. If you're not able to accept your party, you understand. You're not able to accept people the way they inside, think the way they raise for say no for come together. Then it mean not trouble. Then like what they say, if Dr. Samura Kamadi still insists say 2023 elections, when they all be support that in the electoral justice. Now, look at Dr. Samura Kamai. He left out, and he's still saying with painful heart, in order for take part, and he not even talk about 2028 election. Let them deal with the substance. And this substance, now we can say, for example, we get a tripartite recommendation we don't embedded into the amended constitution. Let them all now within the parliament see the needful. Then in there we don't talk about reforms in the country, because reforms are gradual. And I'm glad the way some of which will be they say, let them take these tripartite documents to the parliament for ratification, so that now ongoing process, because now they go get the TRC recommendations. We go parliament, government can they implement it able, this guy will implement it able. So this is an ongoing process for the benefits of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So let them stick to that and put themselves in order.
Okay, thank you. Toby.
So we callers, I will let people understand me point to I make, and I'm going to make them quick for you understand. I'm too clever enough, all I know say APC not get leadership, and get an executive leadership. But there is no leader where the party don't choose as of now for take them to the 2028 as flag bearer. That is the leader of the party at the address, because waiting for make them arrive at that point convention and choose a leader, don't begin get stumble block. And for the caller we mentioned, Honorable Siraji, yes, now he commend PPRC for the actions. This now be the action where Honorable Siraji Rollins Kamabi wants the PPRC for take, because if we don't see the election, say, in our own find how we for one. I also know, say, when I talk, maybe the person will come quick in the program, I'm not saying all side. Me even say, I wish PPRC for the nullify all side. Now that I say, I wish. Because even so, one of the flag bearer aspirants, popularly called Jagaban, we see videos who say question the elections. So many people of top position in the party don't question the election. So I also have the right for question the election, the lower level elections of the APC. Okay. If it was, or if they were correct, now certain words, PPRC should have not nullified. PPRC not nullify the election because they want for nullify. They nullify based on evidences provided by people within the party. Well, if it dissatisfied, say, this election are on fine, I will continue to say this. The APC has more issue internally to settle before preparing as a main opposition party for the 2028 elections.
Thank you, Mohamed Tobi Kagbo and Solomon Sundu, for joining us this morning. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Wonder give you technical support in the studio. Abubakar Bendu make on us live on Facebook and YouTube. The producers of the show are Fatma Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojokotu Soya. Executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, we will go join you again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious, George to say, do have a beautiful day and tata.